Yeah, I could write. I didn't write the day I went outside, and I didn't take pictures. I took some video when I was out, even though it was a little weird. It was weird to be doing. For me, it was weird just because it's been a while. And I didn't used to use DSLR when I would be out. But I'm trying to stick to DSLR vlogs every day for the past couple months. I don't know why. Like, I'll be pointing the camera into the darkness at nothing, and I'll be like, still using the DSLR. But, okay, so the state of what I'm feeling. My eyes thing has been an issue for a while, but, oh, I did that too soon. Here, just a second, let me get this bowl. I need something for the cutlery to go on until, because it was my idea a few years back to get this bamboo rack, which I love the bamboo rack, but the thing that it's on isn't very, I don't know, I gotta, I'll work on this when we can. I miss having two sinks. That was a downside when I saw this place, this apartment, which I'm like, one sink? To go from two sinks to one sink, it's tough. Hard living. No, it's just, I loved the benefit of a two sink. That's all I'm gonna say. The two sink benefit was a great benefit indeed. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Fine. Oh, of course it'll clear up then, huh? So, I raced too much today. I'm trying really hard to stay out of the gaming drama, but it's hard because I have opinions, but I'm trying to stay out of shit since yesterday, but I mean, between the thing that that guy talking down to me like I'm some sort of idiot. Sorry, man, I'm not your, you know, you either gotta be laughing or kissing their ass, and I'm sorry, but you know what, I used to laugh on the game. I used to have fun and laugh and have lighthearted moments. I was allowed to do that at one point, and then it gets to a point where there's enough people that don't want to hear you, or they want you to shut up, or they just, it's just, or it's killed by other shit, you know? I mean, don't, so it gives them this perspective, because when they're hearing from me, I'm usually calling shit out. So if that's all they're hearing, and they don't hear my laughter, they just think that I have no sense of humor. Hello, I wouldn't still play the game if I didn't have some semblance of a sense of humor. And, because the hilarity of me playing this game in the first place. And then no, they just don't know. So yeah, there's that. And, I bit my tongue though. I'm finally like biting my tongue. I'm not building a bridge to get over it, but I'm trying to bite my tongue. Not because I want to gain favor, but because it doesn't do me any favors to let them stress me out or get to me when they're sad and pathetic. I mean, when I was watching one of their live streams of their talking during the some of the shit they're saying is just like, they're horrible. They're grumpy. They're grumpy and pissy and horrible about people and thinking the worst. And I'm like, holy shit, it's all projection. Like, so, yeah, I had to delete a couple people. One of them, I know he didn't mean it, but, and he's a good guy, but like, you don't call me a effing whatever that they did. Even joking, like, What kind of friend are you supposed to be if you're gonna call me that when we're racing? Just because you think I can't hear you. Oh my god, when guys do stupid shit like that, but I'm not like gonna let it ride anymore. No. If you want to talk about me like that, just take me off your list. Because here's the thing, I didn't talk about them like that. I would never have disrespected them like that. And I'm sorry, but it needs to go both ways. Both ways. Don't expect respect out of me just because you have like... No. Just no. So I am done, but I'm also not going to engage with it. I'm going to try not to. It's really hard because I have this like... When I did the, you know, the Myers-Briggs, I have the advocate part of me. I've always had that advocate and defender kind of advocate part that... And I'm passionate, so that combination makes me want to fucking speak up when I think shit's not right? But, or call people out on shit, but... Anyway, here's that. So today... when I joined the racing, because this is supposed to be practice and fun. I don't know why they think the tractors are so fun, but anyway, for the upcoming championship, the Hot Ring Gaming Championship, and oh, they're so gleeful that they get full lobbies, you know, finally they get their full lobbies that they used to send people in to wreck our good lobbies for, so that we couldn't host anymore. Bravo, well done. For a while you have your lobbies then, and then it'll go to shit again, because I think a lot of people are going to see how these guys actually, what they have to say and how they'll treat people with their voting, with their decision makings regarding their calls on certain things happening, you know, with racing, like when people wreck you out. And how they're probably going to call in the favor of their... Well, for instance, today they did a lot of wrecking for their teammates. And then they wanted to say on the stream, well, why is the guy going after me just because that teammate wrecked people? Well, dude, if you're the shot caller, you can tell your teammates not to do that. They're still adults, but you guys don't act like it. And they go on your command for other shit. Maybe you should speak up now if you don't want them doing that. I don't know. Just a bunch of dick slinging. I don't know. Tiny dick. It's kind of funny in a way, because I'm like watching it going, God, humans are so human. It doesn't matter if it's on a video game or if it's in a freaking... They're so predictable in their shit, in their bullshit, in their bullshit bravado ways. It's just a different way. But what I did think was interesting was the amount of times they had to wreck people in order to get their people to win. I'm curious if, well, I don't need to be curious. Older streams show that they could be beaten all the time. But I'm wondering if they'll ever race fairly. I don't know. I mean, when I think about how nice it'd be if all of us could race fairly together instead of this bullshit, it would really be fun. It would really be fun, but I gotta rewatch it. But as has just been stated, or as is being shown throughout this whole time, this is probably not going to be like that. It's going to be some people getting away with shit, other people not, people getting upset with each other, the streams showing what's going on, and I don't know, we'll see. So there was that today, but I didn't complain in their Discord. I didn't say a damn word. I just like, I didn't say anything. I'm not calling it out because it doesn't matter. As far as like to them, it doesn't matter. It's funny because before the tractor race that I won the tractor race yesterday. Again, I don't like the tractor race, but I won it yesterday. And when I had rewatched the stream before it had started, they were like telling this guy who's just back to the game after time away, all you gotta do is just keep going no matter what. Just kind of like press R2 and don't worry about it, you know? That's gonna be a shit show kind of deal. And then when I did a little bit of that, they called me vicious. Vicious. Because I did exactly what they were doing. I raced and I kept going on that stupid tractor thing that they're so into. I like doing races. I'm not a fan of the tractor thing. Just because real life is, I mean, anyway, I can do it though. I mean, sometimes it's fun. I guess when it's not the same one over and over again. What was the other thing? So that happened. That stuff happened. Today, they just seemed a bit more determined to wreck for people to run on their with their group. So, and it's blatant. Oh, and then my other concern for the competition, aside from the whole shit show of it all, is the people who lag and are known to lag, and that's an issue. Like thinking about them affecting the outcome of the race. But you know what? That's the least of the worry. I mean, I think the team that I have is really good, and I think that we have a chance to at least survive round one. But if we don't, I will be surprised. But I will also have live streamed it, so we'll know exactly why. Like, we'll know why. I don't know. A lot of power trip negos. I want to like be. It would have been more exciting if it was done by the community, I think, in a different way, and not just like, I mean, if you're back to my gaming streams, you'll see that they used to come in and wreck the list. So it's kind of like, I guess it sounds like, why am I participating? Well, it's because I still want to be a part of it. I want a crew battle race. I think I can hold my own, and I want to be part of it, right? And I try to get other people in, and a few people did come in, and some people didn't get in time, and it is what it is. But it's already showing, like, just with the practice, it's showing some people how some people actually are, and that's interesting. So, I don't know. Then the community can try and pull itself back together again after, I guess. I got only this pan to do. That's crazy. You know when you put something off because you're like, oh, that's gonna be too forever, or that's overwhelming, and then like when it comes to dishes, it's not like, well, for one thing, we don't eat that much here. Despite my size, we're not eating that often. I think he has more meals than I do right now because he eats in the morning, and I don't even know it because of the way thankfully we have airflow in here, and I don't even know it from the bedroom. For a little bit there, he was having like some stuff I would not even have wanted to smell, like when the place had given him sausages or whatever it was, which I don't want to think about it. I do not want to think about it. But that's good for him that he can do his morning stuff without, you know. Not that I care if you bother me. It's usually the cat, like Chai, that will get really restless at a certain time because she's used to, she wants things done. She's used to our schedule. When he's not here, she doesn't run on that schedule. But when he's here, it's like he best be on that schedule, or else she's gonna be flipping out. And no, I don't put him on a schedule, so it's just the cat. Like she did that. She stopped doing it when he was gone last time. When he was gone, like when he wasn't living here for a bit. She didn't do it at all. She didn't put me on a schedule, that's for sure. I mean, I had my own schedule for them, where I would make sure I fed and did the litter and all the things. But I mean, maybe that's what helped, is that I had more of a routine in some ways, and done like the litter in the mornings at the right time, like at the exact time that he was for the longest time. But you know what? He's getting used to a second out of the home thing. So, like a part-time. Yeah. So, like, give the guy a break. This bothers me. The salt and pepper dirty counter over here. It's like, that's the other thing. When I live on my own, I at least wipe the counters. Like I don't leave it. I don't know how you can cook and then like not immediately clean up after. I get that cooking is a lot of work. Well, no, I've heard. No, I've cooked for myself in the past. I'm just saying, like, I know he does that. It's just, I don't get the leaving it. It reminds me of growing up, like. So, see, I did the dishes. 7:23 p.m. Look at that. It takes like logistics to do something like that. I don't know. There you go. So it's 7:25 p.m. and it's just a confessions about trying to go vegan again. I haven't had meat in years, but I have had dairy, and more recently was chocolate that he brought home. It sucks when you live with someone who has a sweet tooth, who wants all the sweets, and then because he's getting them, he's trying to be thoughtful, thinking of you, because then he justifies his purchases even though he shouldn't have to. I think eventually I get strong enough where I'm like, no, like if you're getting that, you get that for you. Don't get me anything that is like that, please. But I'm not strong enough yet because of this high stress, right? So I've had dairy recently, and it's now been a few days, so my face is starting to get that narrow again, that narrow thing. For a big person, it's still narrow, but I noticed along here I've got like the pimples that I get when I'm just relieved I didn't get like cysts, you know, otherwise, but it was kind of like, yeah, my eyes hurt. Either way, they hurt. It was kind of like damned if you do. I know that I could avoid them, but it'll be easier this coming month because we're gonna have a lot more. Is this the entire video? No, I think it's not. We're gonna have a lot more fruit and vegetable options and whatnot, so things will be better that way. Ooh, white hair, great. Yeah, so the video game stuff. The latest thing that happened was I've been staying off mic, and I've mostly been listening to music and not plugging in the headphones. For one thing, the headphones are crap, right? You know, that I have, and I don't want anything over my ears right now, right? And I also don't want to hear some of it, just because I know it's all, I don't know. I just don't want to hear some of it. I just want to relax and race, you know? And I plugged in my headphones right in time to hear somebody that I can't seem to drop from my friends list. She was going off about something, and she was telling the story different than it happened, in that I did not compare the one thing to the other. I compared the reaction of energy, the reaction of being upset with someone who is affecting the entire lobby in a very negative way, with yelling and screaming at us and stuff. That's what I was talking about. I would not say that somebody knocking me off the track, which it was more than just knocking me off the track, but anyway, whatever. They were wrecking me and other people in the lobby repeatedly in the one playlist. But no, I wasn't comparing that to racism. You do not know me if you think that I would compare racism to being wrecked about in a video game. And I didn't say anything though, because one, that person is not going to hear me. Two, the second shouty person that they're friends with again totally is not going to hear me. It's just going to yell at me, and I do not need that right now. I don't need that abuse. And he gets abusive, and he thinks, this is the hard part. I've friended this person back a few times in the past, and I'm actually part of why she ended up being his friend again after he had been abusive toward her in the past. But not this time around. This time around they matched back up again, and it's fine. But what happened is that he thinks that I have like people against him, that I turn people against him, and that I've done that since day one. Honestly, no. First of all, I don't have anybody to turn anybody against anybody. If anything, I'm often the target of shit on that fucking video game. Two, that group chat that I have, that I leave all the time, and then I left again because honestly, like, long ago they infiltrated it with people to wreck things. We had a good vibe going for the longest time, and then like it was ruined long ago. And it was never about a hate chat or an exclusion of people chat. It was supposed to be about racing and lobbies and fun personal things if you wanted to. It was never about hate toward one person at all. And then I did get more vocal about my opinions on that chat though, just because I did not want to be messaging every single fucking person to clarify things. If I said it right there, it's said. You know where I stand on it. That's it. That's where I was on the last thing anyway, the whole catfish person thing. No, he thinks that I've had it out for him, and no, I haven't. Actually, there was one lobby where we had still not been friends again, on the game, but we like killed each other a lot, and that, you know, we got along. I have the capacity to forgive and to not hold grudges against people, and to also understand reasons why they might have rage issues. They're not the first person on the game to be that way, and they won't be the last, and so I don't hate them for it. I've seen their good side and whatnot, and I see their persecution complex. Hello, like, it's easy to see, and I get why they would feel that way with the game. I like burped a little for saying C, and it like made me say it weird. It's easy to see why somebody would feel that way, because I feel that way too. The thing is, I don't have an issue with the person. I don't have to have them on my friends list, but I've not kicked them. I've not told people not to race with them. The very first confrontation with him happened, yes, when I was in HRS crew briefly, and I was still having issues with them straightening out their rules. Like, be consistent with your rules for everyone. But that seems to be an issue with all crews, I'm noticing, where they decide to change the rules for some people depending on whether it benefits them. But I was trying to get some clarification on that, and he went off about some stuff, and because I told him he was lagging. He was, and he lags to this day off and on. Internet connection. It's not his fault, but if people are telling you, usually you try to reset your router or you turn off the game. Like, I can't play the game if I'm uploading a vlog now, because the internet just can't do it with the size of the videos compared to whatever. So I just don't play the game then. But where am I going with this? That was the only thing. It wasn't a personal attack. It was, you're lagging. They yelled at me. They didn't believe me. They became abusive in the group chat that was then the crew chat that I was briefly in. And then they took it to personal chats as well. But they just blasted him. People saw the message. They saw the voice memos. They saw they heard what he was saying. They saw his behavior about it. It was very rational to remove him from the crew. And, like, duh. I didn't hold hatred after that, or else I never would have raced with him again, or I would have kicked him or whatever, and I don't do that. That's the weird thing, is that one person kicking me when I'm like, I let people race. I don't stop people from racing with their friends. It's just, and I've even, this past spring, summer, when they would come over thinking they were crashing with the lists, it wasn't to exclude anyone, and anybody was welcome. It was just fucking weird. Anyway, I tuned in at the wrong time when she was going off and he was going off saying, yeah, and now it's funny because now some of those people that are friend requesting me now, that back then, because blah 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 blah. And I really wanted to be like, dude, like, I have not told anybody not to be your freaking friend. I have not said in the groups to hate people. I pointed out certain things when things would happen. I'm not the only one about that. That's it. Like, you know, it's really not that deep. Them friending you is not got anything to do with me. Them not having friended you, if they say it's because of me, then that's pretty stupid, because they haven't, number one, been on my friends list, the other people, for a very long time. I wouldn't even friend some of them because they used to come in and wreck the lobbies, or take people from our, you know, just get in to take people to their own playlists or whatever, or copy our playlists. But that was way back when, and I just thought that's interesting. And so when she went off about that, I thought, huh, missed point, number one. Two, what? And then he just sort of fed on that and went with it, like, yeah, blah 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 blah. I have not, in the hot ring community, told people not to whatever with anyone. I have recently pointed out about how I found it hypocritical about the catfish person. That's what I pointed out. I didn't say nobody race with them or blah blah blah. I haven't said that about anybody. I've said that I found it hypocritical that that people would like be really harsh about one catfish, and then the other catfish was hosting a lobby the other day and kicked me from it. I mean, you're having two different, you guys are setting your own tones for that. Just like the narrative now that I'm just negative and have no sense of humor, which I know these vlogs are making it seem like that's true. I just want to be like, well then say something fucking funny. Because you guys aren't making me laugh. And you know what? Here's the thing. I don't expect anybody to make me laugh. Like, that's not what... Like, I hate this with the racing thing. The women have to be a certain way to most of the guys, or else, like, it's so, you have to, like, establish your identity to them so that they can fix you in a category, and you can't deviate from that. So, like, I guess what they're deciding I am is working out for them. And then, but I'm not gonna giggle at jokes that aren't funny. I'm not gonna laugh at things that aren't funny. I'm not gonna laugh if I don't feel like it. I'm not gonna suck up to people because they think or expect I should. I'm not gonna be, just like I don't decide who my friends are based on anything anybody says, and I've said the same thing to people as well. Like, don't stop being their friend if you feel friends with them just because of something to do with me. I mean, because real life doesn't work like that either, you know? It's just really, it's stupid. I don't know why I happened to tune in at that time. I didn't have the headphones in the entire time until that moment. I happened to put them in and I heard that and I was like, are you kidding me? But I didn't say that. So be proud of me for not saying anything, because what good is it? My energy going to that? That's not right. I know it's going off on this video, but I think that's one thing that I'm just gonna try to do better, is just not pay attention to that stuff. I'll race. Oh, that reminds me again of, okay, racing in that playlist today, with that group that is, yeah, interesting group. They put down this person who used to be in their group. Chai, in a really bad way, actually. It was interesting how sexist the remark was, and disgusting, right? But not surprising, because that's kind of how they've been consistent, like, in their live streams. But yeah, I guess the toxic gamer culture thing is real, obviously, proven again and again. But I just thought, I'm not saying that some of the things they were saying was a wrong perspective. I mean, it was kind of just reaffirming what I had already figured out about a couple people. But that's, number one, their business. Two, you guys just sound like jealous old men. And three, it doesn't make you any better to, like, put these people down. So, I don't know. I think that's where I'm trying to come back around to, is that it doesn't make, even if I'm right on some things, it doesn't make me any better to argue with any of them, because if anything, they just miss my point entirely. Bless you. And then, that's poor Chai. They miss my point entirely, and then they just use it as, they use it against me as, like, oh, she's so negative. And they miss the point, and they just use it as me being combative. So now I'm just gonna, like, not, I guess that's one way to silence a person, but it sucks that that's what they do. And you know what? If I think it's just a gaming community, it's not, is it? It's what gets done all the time. It's like, if you don't have the energy or resources behind you to fight back as a, or to state your, if you don't have the resources or people or whatever strength behind you to be speaking for, up against something, then, you won't be heard, and it's just, you'll either give up, not fight, or speak your mind, or tell your story, or, yeah, it's kind of how it is, isn't it? It's why strength in numbers, and why these people group up together They can't have opinions on their own. I gotta attend to Chai, who wants to be annoying right now. Chai! Chai! Chai Chai! Chai Chai Chai! Meh. Meh. So, that was a lot of talking to say I won't be talking about it. It's just that I still see it, and I don't think any of it's going to stop. And if anything, some of it will get worse. But I'm going to still race for a bit. And I'm going to just try to listen to more music. That's what I'm going to do.